Hi you guys, hi humans of planet Earth, how you doing? We still here. Say well, not anywhere was we gonna go. Thank you for stopping on my channel to view my message. This is gonna be my angel message. Like I told you guys, I love these cards here. They are so beautiful and the message is so black and white, clear. You get what I'm saying? And that's why I like it. These right here, I really like for the backup encouragement. Okay, so I'm going to give these readings. Like I said, thank you for stopping. These messages that I bring is not for everyone, so please use what works for you, and what does not, just leave it. Okay, so I got some notes, y'all, because my mind is be going all over the place. Okay, so first I want to say to everyone, your little light, let it shine. I want to say that. You came here to let your light shine, okay? It's a part of a bigger perspective, okay? So let your light shine. No matter, you know what I'm saying, what you believe or what you do. Remember, some of our understanding is so messed up that we don't know that somebody else is understand what we do because it's for them. So even if sometimes you don't understand what you're doing or how it's going to happen or whatever it may be, somebody that with you may get some type of clarification or enlightenment, even if you don't understand. I don't understand everything I do, everything I say, or whatever it may be, but that's the workings of my spirit, my inner spirit to that person, that connection. Okay? I'm just obedient to the spirit. All right? So I just want to say that I am very grateful for what I have. Okay? But the same, I am grateful for what I don't have. I'm so grateful that some of my dreams did not come true. They did not become my reality. I am so glad of that. Because right now, at this moment, I would rather wake up. Instead of living out a dream, I would rather wake up to my true self. Okay? Truth. That's what I came here to find. Truth. Okay? Whether it's with me. It ain't with the world. Okay? Because you never really find the truth in the world. It's so much of illusion that it's like, you know what I'm saying? So stop that if you're trying to find truth in the world, because there is no truth in the world. The truth is in you. We make the world. Start with you, start with us, and then source out. You get what I'm saying? And you'll find out or realize just who makes the world. Okay? Before there was Amen, there was Ashe. And before there was Jesus, it was just us. So when it all comes back around, the circle comes back around, are we ready to be rulers and be the authorities that this world needs? Because the world itself is chaos and it needs order. So if things were to come back around in your favor, are we healed enough in the inside to take on that responsibility, to rule nations, to even our community? A lot of us already doing that. You know, if you go out in the world and you will see a lot of community leaders and different things like that doing what they got to do. That's building up character. And I think it's a greater picture or a greater thing that's going on that's as above, so below. So I give it to those people that's out here that is taking their vision and their purpose and inserting it into other people's lives, or letting other people experience their purpose and their vision. You get what I'm saying? To better their lives. That's a wonderful thing. That is conquering all type of, it's just your purpose. Some people didn't come with fear of certain things or whatever it may be. And I'm going to get to that, y'all, in a message I got one day when it comes to your karma and you being placed a certain place in this world, even in your family, so that you can be directly in contact with those situations that's going to help you to relieve this karma and to, you know what I'm saying, gain that enlightenment that we need. That's what we do, right? So what am I learning? You know what I'm saying? I had learned that what we are not in this world, we are everything in the spirit. So this is why we should not fit in. This is why we should not force it. Because the world itself is something that It's not organic. It's not you. It's not us. So the world and its dealings and all that type of stuff is just details and laid out principles and different things like that that we should never take on as our own persona. They're things that we just go through and we get through them, right? So we were not meant to take on these identities as self or to become or be possess these roles and become idols. This is what the idol stuff come from. We is not to become idols. And I know a lot of y'all out here like, not thinking I'm out here just living my life. I ain't trying to be no idol. I ain't trying to do none of that type of stuff. But just watch and making sure that your wants and needs and desires, even your dreams that you came to live. Some dreams turn into nightmares. Some things turn into, I think it's just to get our energy. Okay? You living out your dream is just for a higher being to get your energy. We a food source just like we eat a food source. Okay? So except but ours is taken while we alive. We eat dead meats and different things like that was once alive, but they eating us our energy while we are alive, while we are conscious. And so I believe that, this where the idol stuff come from. He say don't worship no idols. Don't put nobody before the source that made it. Okay? Even yourself. So that's let us know humbly we are so much in a collective type energy that it's just not of this world. And so we shouldn't measure. You get what I'm saying? We should come here in the family of blood, but ultimately finding our family of frequency and vibration. Okay? You're supposed to come out of the world, you know what I'm saying, and go to your spiritual family, who frequent, you know what I'm saying, your frequency, so that you can better advance. It's like going up in the game. It's the steps you take. Okay? So, we are beings, okay? We are gods, okay? And when it comes to God, y'all, I be, because it's two of them. And I be thinking like gods. God got an apostrophe S on it. So ain't that ownership? So that means that we belong to God. And it could be the soul that belongs to God. Because that's what can be sold, is the soul. That part of you that makes you human. I'm going to do a video on that or whatever it may be. But that part that makes you human is what can be sold, what can be compromised. And that is what you're trying to mature. That is the principles, where the principles and all of the high ruling situations want to get to. Because it's the essence of you and what makes you human. Okay? And the spirit comes to guide you through all of your lives so you don't, sink, drown. Or so you can just be guided, because that's what we promised while we're down here, is a guide. Okay? So, what we got to understand is God's work is not competition of separation. Okay? It's not. It is the uniting of true Christianians, Christ, love, agape love. Okay? We are Christ. We are the Christ. Once we come through all of these lessons and karma and all that type of stuff, we come back up from the lower chakras all the way up, completing all of our circles and all of the whatever levels that's inside of us, and we come back up to 13, which is the crown, the God, the ultimate, you get what I'm saying, where we need to be. Coming back up to the mind, coming out of the body and leaving the body behind to the mind. Connected to a bigger mind that has us in thought, right? All right. So we got to always remember that the picture is so big, it's taking all of us to see it. It's taking all of us to see it. All of our eyes, all of our perspectives, how we see things, every angle, because we are the angels. We're looking at things on angles. You get what I'm saying? And it's like from the perspective that we see things, we bringing a bigger picture together, but it's fragmented. Just like the TV we watch, just like information that we get, even the Bible is fragmented. because there's a bigger picture that we all see or trying to see. Gain the eye to see. Bring that all the eyes to one eye to see. Okay? And I don't know why Spirit God had me tell you. I don't know who that might help or whatever it may be, but you know, just bringing that spiritual stuff to you because you need to know. You know what I'm saying? We all need to know. You know what I'm saying? When I learn this information and stuff and I have to interpret it and make it make sense. You know, a lot of this stuff right here I just got from Google. Or just type it in, you know what I'm saying, about the soul versus the spirit. Because I wanted to know just because I wanted to know which one was deeper. Is the soul us as humanity? Yes, it is. But I wanted to know, was the spirit inside of us deeper, or was it something that was not connected to us that ride hover around us, trying to get us to come up them chakras and come up to that 13th, you know what I'm saying, octave, so we can connect with the source, right? But no, it said that the soul is us, is what makes us human, is what give us emotion, which is energy and motion. But the spirit is deeper inside of us, that's connected to God, source, or whatever it may be, core of us. Okay, which I didn't know that. I thought the soul was the core, but it's not. That's what it says. That's what Google says, right? So I wanted to bring this message to y'all and to encourage y'all on today, on this, what's today, Friday, that our guys are working overtime to help us to get in alignment, or to whatever we got to do with is helping us to get the things that we desire, what we want, what we need, right? Y'all see my notes? And I feel it. I don't know about y'all, but I do feel it. I feel it's like the thoughts that's uploaded, the intuition, the feelings that I get, okay, the inner voices, all this type of stuff, the synchronicities, the signs. And it seems like as soon as you start to think of them old thoughts, them old tethers, that's when your God come in like, nope, you ain't finna do this. You is not finna do this. You is not. And it's like pulling us one emotion at a time through. Okay? Tap in, you guys, because it's like you might hear it on the radio. You know, okay? Because there's only so many limited resources that they have to get to us. So you might do something and then stump your toe. Okay? You might look at the clock and it's 1111. You know what I'm saying? Or different things like that. Just check how you feel, whatever you're doing. And every time that you do, because of you have that, a lot of people ain't tapped in. Y'all got to understand how special we are. Okay? Versus, man, what? And when you see these 111s or these synchronicities and everything, just smile. Let your spirit rise. Because that's what's connected with you, with the spirit. So connect back with it and get that feeling. You know what I'm saying? Just smile. Lift yourself up. Because they're doing it, now it's your turn. Soon as you feel it, soon as you see it. Thank you for guiding me. If you want to say a little something, thank you for guiding me. Thank you for being there. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, I want to do this angel message, y'all. I know I didn't talk a little bit. And remember I told you I like these cards. So I'm going to give 3 of these secret language of light cards and interpret them with the meaning in the book. And I'm going to give 2 of these angel guide cards, okay? I'm going to do a regular reading after this, a general collective reading after this. Alright, so it gave me 4 cards, y'all. And I'm going to take them. Because I don't know, they might not mean a lot to me, but it might to you. Okay, on the bottom it says nothing has gone wrong. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Everything works for us, not against us. It all depends on where your heart at, where your mind at, and how you interpret it. Right? So So what we got, you guys? We got 4. We got 11. We got 4, which is authentic truth. We got 11, which is remembrance. We got 24, or 20, which is soul writing, and we got wellness. And I said I was bringing out 3, didn't you? But I mean, come out like that, you know. How can I choose which one to put back in? You know, I don't know. It's for you. I don't know, you know. So let me go ahead and read it, you guys. Okay, so let's start with authentic truth. Y'all, if I call for some, I hope I don't like snout like the pig or whatever it may be, but you know how you getting well and all them fluids starting to come out of you, or you know, just bagged up fluids, because the weather is changing and so our bodies is too. You know what I'm saying? That's alchemy. That's just what it is. Okay, the air, the everything is probably bringing, you know, you can feel it, bringing a lot of sickness and a lot of things stuffed up inside of you out. All right. Not that you're sick, it's just symptoms, right? So we got authentic love. Discover your truth and let others find theirs. The truth will set you free. So as long as you recognize there's more than one truth and that the answers you seek beyond the beliefs you now hold. There are many truths in this world. You don't have to believe in them all. Just focus on what resonates with you. If you must convince yourself of your beliefs, they are not your truth. Your truth will always fulfill and satisfy. It is unconditional, meaning in conditions don't have to change for you to live and to feel your truth. There is no right or wrong, but there is a cause and effect of or actions and reactions. Master yourself, not someone else's processes. When you change your beliefs, your life changes to match it. To do this, you must be aware of how you feel and practice focus on what makes your heart sing, not shrink. When you align with your truth, you will flow, feel excited, and believe in the authentic life is possible. It is not your truth you will resist. Find it hard to commit and feel indecisive. Let me read that again. If it is not your truth, you will resist. Find it hard to commit and feel indecisive. Man, if that ain't the truth, okay? Discover who you are and let other people be theirs. Trying to fit other people's shoes. Wanting what other people have. You know, it will leave you feeling empty. Then ultimately, in the long run, you still gotta to get for life fulfillment. You're gonna have to go back to yourself in the end anyway. So start there and increase upon it. Never let you discovering yourself ever end. It's a process. You know what I'm saying? Just like age and moving forward, we move forward and we grow inside and out. Okay? They say your truth should always fulfill you and satisfy you. It should be something that you don't mind getting up and doing every day, even if somebody don't pay you. That's what somebody said. Live for them that energy where it is you. And ain't nobody gotta pay you to be you, but you know we do get paid to be us. But it's so authentic that it's worth it. Okay, and let's go on to the next one. 11 is remembrance. Okay, so we must remember. And I'm quite sure it got a lot to do with self. Remembrance. Recall your soul truth. You are ready to live your life from the wisdom of your heart. You may have been seeing sightings of 1-1 or 11-11 as a reflection of this. If not, you can expect to be receiving these signs soon. You may see it on a clock, a phone, a recipe, or in a dream. With this wisdom, fresh and innovative ideas will flow into your mind as new ways to live your life. No one else has to change their ways, only you. Live from your heart and be inspiration, discover a new world. Some call 11-11 awakening code. You must have awakened on some level to receive it. It is a sign that you are much more than what you think. 11-11 has many different explanations because we are all asking different questions. There is no right or wrong meaning. But at the heart of 1111 is loving, intelligent energy that will always encourage you to go towards your soul, where you will remember the truth of you. Ashe. You feel me? Ashe. And that was self-explanatory. I ain't gotta tell you no more. You are just, that's what we're here for. To wake up the truth. Come out your dream and wake up to the truth of you. Why you here? Why you really here? Or what really got you here? You get what I'm saying? Stop just living out a dream, because that's what's keeping all of the false things and illusions alive, is a dream. That's what keeping it going. That's why no truth is found in illusions. Okay? So we got the next thing, which is 20, which is soul writing. Soul writing. We become the stories we tell. You are the author of your story. Write one that inspires you and doesn't let anyone else command the pen. Physical reality is temporary. It is forever changing from one moment to the next. Yes, it is, y'all. The events and experiences of your life are multidimensional living art. Their purpose and form will shift as your perspective of them does. You can view and adjust any stories from your past, present, and future. Let go of justifying or analyzing the events that become your story and lift yourself into a new way of seeing them. Look at the card and imagine you are angels rising, connecting to the soul light at the top of the pyramid. From this expanding view, you can see all your stories and their facets from a neutral position. Yes, that's it. See how like a God and look low, okay? A higher perspective will unveil and reveal what was previously unknown. You may be surprised, shocked, or embarrassed that the story you have identified with is not what you thought it was. Don't stress. This indicates that the stories are shaking loose and healing is occurring. You are doing so well. You are worthy. You are loved. I like this book, y'all. I don't know if y'all, I really like this book. So basically it's saying that this is beautiful. That it's like you can change the past. Let me give y'all a deep example. It's all love. Y'all know that, right? So I was raped when I was maybe 4 or 5. And throughout life, subconsciously, even though I put it back in back of my head, and I went on through life, the choices that I made throughout life, I didn't know that they were directly as a result of that. So because in the 80s and 90s, the information of subconscious and consciousness was not even a thought, at least not to the public. Okay. And information went out there. Of course, I was young. Schools weren't teaching none of that stuff. But it wasn't until I got 25 or 26, maybe close to my 30s, where I was able to deal with it. And I had to forgive myself for the choices that I made, because it was not my fault. But when I think about my mind state at that time, to be able to even adjust to that situation was powerful. You know what I'm saying? It correlated my life. It was encompassed my life, meaning in that it changed directions, or it moved things in a certain direction in my life. But when my inner God dealt with me about it when I was close to 30, it was kind of like, gave me a better understanding, like, you are spirit and that's your body. Some people's karma, and my karma was something that was an offense to the body, meaning that my body was separate from my spirit. So that is the reason why it was not something that was in my consciousness, was because it was in my subconscious, which laid in my aura, my body. And that I was able to still find the inner God in me that was shadowed because of this offense and a lot of other things that happened to me. That the core of me, who I was, I was talking about the deep, deep core, was not watered down or afflicted, or it was not too far where it couldn't rise in me. And so I was still able to connect with the essence of God that I needed to heal that. And so when it started talking to me, it was like, well, to be honest with you, patterns, you know what I'm saying? What they say, people who victimize was once victims. And he may have been raped himself, or somebody messed with him, molested him when he was younger. And it be in your spirit, it's in your soul, or not in your spirit, in your soul, but it's connected to you with somewhere. The experience, you get what I'm saying, to carry it on. It's like a seed. Have you ever seen the movie Fallen with Denzel Washington? It's like a passing of an energy. And they said we kept you from doing the same. We was there with you all the way so that you wouldn't end up being a victimizer. And I remember them telling me that you have to heal the body. Okay, you're going to have to let go of it, first of all, with intellect and understanding, logic, not emotions, not what you know what I'm saying, all the feelings. I had to let all of that go and give a godly understanding of energy, okay? And maybe karma at that too. And, you know, I thought about it like, what do a 4-year-old got to do with karma? And so by understanding that we was placed in certain families and situations and on our timeline, so that way we can release karma, okay? And thankful I have released karma, because I can feel that I have not only forgiven myself, but I have moved past it in a way that I have an inner standing. It doesn't afflict me. You get what I'm saying? It was offense to my body. And so that let me know that pain stay in the body, whether it's mental or it's physical. So I said all that to say is that I went back and I was standing over myself and that man who did that to me, and I was able to see it from a different perspective. You get what I'm saying? And it helped me to release the pain and all of the subconscious energy that was stored up inside of me all those years. You know what I'm saying? In order for me to feel like it's a happenstance that happened to my body, not my spirit. And to further let me know and remind me that I was a spirit that was connected to God, and that I'm just encased in the body, and then some things happen to your body. But you came here to release what happens to the body. We build the soul. You get, when you have a soul, but you build up your soul through your karma and stuff that you deal with. That's the reason why the soul can be sold, is because it's the material things and all the things outside the spirit that you entwine with. And those things and emotions and desires and all that can be sold for bigger and more elaborate material things. And it's just like, you didn't get the point. Like, what's the point? You still have to come back to your soul and help your soul to release your past life karma, period. So, you know what I'm saying, that's deep. I know that was kind of deep, y'all, but I really had to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? When I'm thinking that, okay, out of sight, out of mind, I am this age now, this and that. No. Because it really played a big part in my relationships and different things like that. You know what I'm saying? One man messed me up, and I was waiting for another man to give me everything that I needed, when it wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? It was really me understanding, even when you're 3 or 4, you can have a sexual energy on you. Who you are as a goddess and the gods out here, you can have attractive energy on you. I've seen very attractive children. You get what I'm saying? And they usually the ones that probably, you know what I'm saying, have the hardest time, is because some grown person or whatever it may be that's a soulmate of theirs can't control their impulses, and their different types of influences come from different kind of nefarious demons and thoughts or whatever it may be, because they know where they head at that time. They loose as a goose. And say they don't have control over their own mind, their own do's and don'ts. And so those are the people that usually get influenced because they haven't found themselves. Either you're going to, in this game, either you're going to be controlled or you're going to take back your controller. Okay? So, yeah, I just wanted to say that, you guys, because you do be having to go back and heal them layers. Okay? Regardless, you got to go. And so we write our own story. I was able to go back and get a better understanding of what had happened. I even at times have another side of it where things happen totally different. And it's my story. Who's going to tell me that it didn't happen? It's my story. You get what I'm saying? And so, furthermore, I want to say that this is right. Soul writing, you can insert yourself wherever on your timeline that we multidimensional beings. Okay? Whatever it takes for you to let go of the past. Whatever it takes. You get what I'm saying? We can go in the mind and meditate and be in damn where on our timeline. Even in the future. All right, so let's get to the next one, y'all, which is 24, which is wellness. And I know that's all about healing, body and soul, being one. All right, y'all, we got wellness. Tune into your body. And that's what I had to do. I had to tune in my body. I had to find out where the pain was really at. You get what I'm saying? So you are entering a time when your body will become stronger. If you have been or are sick, you are on your way to feeling better. Begin to focus on a sense of well-being. If you are healthy, you will be inspired to strengthen your body through yoga or another form of exercise. Your body is enlightened and knows how to heal itself. Every feeling, be it pain, butterflies, excitement, or love, it is a message from one part of the self to another. Tune into your body through meditation and ask what you can do to improve your well-being. Behind the human, in the image, is the flower of life, a symbol that represents the process of creation. It is made up of overlapping circles that are repeating expressions of the first cycle. Wow. It is a geometric metaphor reminding us that the nature of life is continual expansion. Your body takes you everywhere you go, so acknowledge, thank, and love it. Okay. Yeah, tune in. Tune in. Y'all was talking about earlier. Your guys, they working overtime to get us in alignment to what we desire and what we want. Even to release karma. They helping us. No doubt about it. You know what I'm saying? All the time, every time. And so that is a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? To have a keeper. You know what I'm saying? What the Bible says, Jesus said when he leave, I'm going to send you a comforter. I'm going to make sure that you have someone at all times because you are spirit and you connect to me in spirit. So it's going to be a spiritual guide to help you. Okay? Whether it's one or many, you know what I'm saying? They say it take a team, it take a village to raise a child, and we're the child of God. So yes, you have many guides, okay, to that have been trained and experienced in certain areas of your life. Okay? So you have to connect with them. Even get to know them by name. You know, I know some of mine by name. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. So you guys, I hope that this helped in some kind of way. I'm going to go ahead and give my general collective reading. And until next time, you guys. And I say again, happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. Even if you fathers, you took that baby to the park. Good job. Congratulations. Pat yourself on the back. Get a big plate. I love you guys. Until next time, Ashe.